Hi, my name is Luca Urciuoli, and I'm an associate professor at KTH, the Royal Institute of Technology in Sweden. I'm also an adjunct professor and research affiliate in the MIT centers in Zaragoza in Spain and also the MIT Center of Transport and Logistics in the US. The paper that I want to present today relates to a study that was performed in 2013 together with Dr. Hinza and also Juha Okas, where we basically discovered and identified drivers and barriers affecting the usage of e-customs, and then we used a survey to confirm which factors were actually driving or hindering the usage of electronic customs. If you want, you are welcome also to contact me by using this email address in case of questions or follow-up, or if you are interested in reading the paper. The background of the paper is about the problem that we experience at borders, of course. There's a lot of pressure on supply chains in sharing information and in order to ensure that flows of containers can move smoothly cross borders. But we know that when they arrive to the border, they may be temporarily stopped because the customs has the function to control these flows in order to prevent illicit activities like contraband, human trafficking, or tax frauds. And therefore, these controls, of course, they constitute an operational burden for supply chain companies, but also for customs, and therefore they require specialized resources to be allocated. Despite the benefits of using electronic systems, we knew that several customs administrations and supply chain companies had shown to be reluctant in using those. And when we looked into research, we found actually several studies that were actually discussing these factors as drivers or barriers to using e-custom systems. And we also realized that very few of these studies were using quantitative approaches to confirm which factors were actually driving or hindering implementation or adoption. So we decided to proceed by, first of all, developing a framework to identify drivers and barriers, and then using statistical techniques to confirm which of these factors were actually affecting usage of e-custom systems. The method consisted of a literature review that we basically used to construct and outline the framework that was used for the survey. And then we proceeded with the survey study. We first developed the questionnaire from the literature review, and then we attended a 3-day conference in Brussels organized by the World Customs Organization at the end of June 2011. We received 98 responses, and these responses correspond to 23% response rate if we now consider the 400 delegates, but it goes up to 44% if we now consider the 178 members of the WCO. The result of the literature review highlighted a total of 9 drivers and barriers. The 5 drivers that we had were cost savings, reliability, time, usefulness in terms of revenue collection, infringement detection, safety and security, and the enhanced risk management, and also the ease of use that could reduce personal efforts. And the barriers were confidentiality, so it's about trust between companies and also between companies and governments, usage of standards, lack of standards, of course, cost, investment costs in particular, and again usefulness. In this case, we wanted to highlight the fact that maybe this solution were not enhancing the risk management process. So at the end of the study, we applied multivariate statistical techniques that led to confirm the hypothesis that cost savings and ease of use are drivers of the adoption of e-custom solutions, but on the opposite, the factors like reliability, time, and usefulness were not. So these were rejected by the statistical analysis that we performed. The opposite, all the barrier components that we considered in the study were instead confirmed to hinder adoption. So confidentiality, standards, costs, and usefulness seems to be major barriers.